At an exclusive gala hosted by one of America's wealthiest families, a black woman in a simple black dress stood quietly among the elite, enduring snide remarks and dismissive glances from the hosts. They assumed she was out of place, a nobody who'd slipped into their world of privilege. But when she revealed her identity as the CEO holding the key to their $5 billion deal, the room fell silent, and her next move sent shockwaves through their empire, canceling the deal that would have secured their legacy. The woman was Dr. Lauren Mitchell, a 38-year-old tech mogul who had built Quantum Dynamics, a company revolutionizing quantum computing. With a net worth of $3 billion, she was a powerhouse in the tech industry, but her low profile and preference for understated attire often led people to underestimate her. The gala, held at the sprawling estate of the Whitaker family, was meant to celebrate a pending merger between Quantum Dynamics and Whitaker Enterprises, a conglomerate with interests in real estate, manufacturing, and tech. The deal, valued at $5 billion, promised to elevate the Whitakers' influence in the tech sector, a move they desperately needed to stay competitive. Lauren had agreed to attend the gala at the insistence of her board, who saw it as a chance to finalize negotiations. She arrived alone, her dress elegant but unflashy, her demeanor calm but observant. The Whitakers, Patriarch Robert, his wife Eleanor, and their son Charles, greeted guests with practiced charm, their smiles reserved for those they deemed important. When Lauren approached, introducing herself as the CEO of Quantum Dynamics, Robert gave her a quick once-over, his smile faltering. "Oh, you're with Quantum?" he said, his tone skeptical. "I thought we were meeting with a decision-maker tonight." Eleanor chimed in, her voice laced with condescension. "You must be one of their representatives?" Lauren's lips twitched, but she kept her composure. "I'm Dr. Lauren Mitchell, the founder and CEO," she said, her voice steady. Charles, standing nearby, laughed outright. "No offense," he said, "but you don't exactly look the part." The comment drew chuckles from nearby guests, who assumed Lauren was a minor player, perhaps a diversity hire or an assistant mistaken for someone higher up. Lauren didn't correct them further. She nodded politely and moved to the edge of the room, her eyes scanning the crowd as she sipped a glass of water. The Whitakers continued to mingle, their attention focused on other CEOs, investors, and politicians. They made no effort to include Lauren in their conversations, dismissing her as irrelevant. During a toast, Robert raised his glass to the future of innovation, naming several tech leaders in the room, but pointedly omitting Lauren. Eleanor whispered something to a guest, glancing at Lauren with a smirk, and the guest laughed. Lauren overheard the exchange but said nothing, her mind already turning over the implications of their behavior. She hadn't come to the gala to make friends. Quantum Dynamics was a linchpin of the merger, providing proprietary technology that Whitaker Enterprises needed to compete in the quantum computing market. Lauren had spent years developing the tech, starting in her college dorm room and building it into a company that employed thousands. She'd faced skepticism before, investors who doubted her expertise, competitors who underestimated her vision, but the Whitakers' blatant disrespect was a new low. As the evening progressed, Lauren sat through a presentation by Charles, who outlined the merger's benefits with slick confidence. He spoke of synergies and market dominance, but his numbers were off, and his understanding of quantum's technology was surface level at best. Lauren noted the inaccuracies, her pen moving quickly across her notepad. When Charles opened the floor for questions, she raised her hand. The room turned to her, some with curiosity, others with amusement, still assuming she was out of her depth. "Mr. Whitaker," Lauren said, her voice cutting to the murmurs, "your projections assume a 30% increase in processing efficiency from our quantum cores. Can you explain how you arrived at that figure, given that our latest data shows a 45% increase under optimal conditions?" The room went quiet. Charles blinked, caught off guard. "Well," he stammered, "our analysts reviewed the specs, and we're confident in our numbers." Lauren tilted her head. "Your analysts didn't consult us," she said. "Our cores are already deployed in 3 major data centers, outperforming your estimates. If you're serious about this merger, you'd know that." The guests exchanged glances, sensing the shift. Robert stepped in, his tone patronizing. "Miss Mitchell, I'm sure our team has it covered. Let's not get bogged down in details tonight." Lauren smiled faintly. Dr. Mitchell, she corrected, and details matter when we're talking about a $5 billion deal. The room buzzed now, the Whitakers' confidence faltering. Eleanor tried to redirect the conversation, but Lauren's point lingered, exposing the family's lack of preparation. After the presentation, Lauren was approached by a few guests who recognized her name from industry reports. They apologized for the Whitakers' behavior, but Lauren brushed it off. "I'm used to it," she said, her tone matter-of-fact. "But I don't work with people who don't respect the process." She excused herself and stepped outside to make a call. On the phone was her CFO, Marcus Lee, who'd been skeptical of the merger from the start. "They're amateurs," Lauren told him. "They don't understand our tech, and they don't respect us. I'm pulling the plug." Marcus didn't hesitate. "You sure?" he asked. "This deal's been in the works for months." Lauren's voice was firm. "I'm sure. They're not ready, and I'm not wasting our time." She instructed him to draft a statement terminating the merger talks, citing irreconcilable differences in strategic vision. By the time she returned to the gala, the decision was made. The Whitakers, unaware of what was coming, continued their rounds, oblivious to the storm brewing. Lauren approached Robert during a lull, her expression unreadable. "Mr. Whitaker," she said, "I've enjoyed your hospitality, but I need to inform you that Quantum Dynamics is withdrawing from a merger." Robert laughed, assuming it was a joke. "You can't be serious," he said. "You don't have the authority to make that call." Lauren's eyes narrowed. "I founded Quantum. I own 60% of the shares. I have all the authority I need." The room, sensing the tension, grew quiet. Eleanor, overhearing, joined them, her smile forced. "Let's discuss this privately," she said, but Lauren shook her head. "There's nothing to discuss," she said. "Your team's unprepared, and your behavior tonight shows a lack of respect for me and my company. We're done." She turned to leave, but not before adding, "You might want to check your email. My team's already sent the termination notice." The Whitaker stood frozen as Lauren walked out, her head high. By morning, the news broke. Quantum Dynamics cancels $5 billion merger with Whitaker Enterprises. The press release, issued by Lauren's team, was professional but pointed, citing the Whitakers' inadequate understanding of quantum's technology and fundamental misalignment in values. The financial world reeled. Whitaker Enterprises stock plummeted 15% in pre-market trading, wiping out billions in market value. Industry analysts speculated about the fallout, with some praising Lauren's decisiveness and others questioning the Whitakers' judgment. The Whitakers scrambled to save face. Robert issued a statement claiming the decision was mutual, but insiders leaked details of the gala, painting a damning picture of their arrogance. Charles, humiliated, stepped back from public appearances, while Eleanor faced criticism for her role in the debacle. The family's reputation, built over decades, took a hit they'd struggled to recover from. Lauren, meanwhile, moved forward. Quantum Dynamics announced a new partnership with a European tech firm, leveraging her technology to secure a deal on her terms. She didn't speak publicly about the gala, but those close to her knew the incident had only strengthened her resolve. She continued mentoring young entrepreneurs, particularly women of color, emphasizing the importance of self-respect in a world quick to dismiss them. The story of the gala became a cautionary tale in business circles, a reminder that assumptions can cost billions. Lauren's name, already respected, became legendary, a symbol of power earned through brilliance and wielded with purpose.